Hello my friends, welcome to another chair yoga video. I'm Nina. In today's class we're going to focus on the lower back, keeping it safe and helping to strengthen it. Grab your chair, we'll get started. We'll get started as we always do, sitting back in our chair, connecting our feet to the earth with a yoga block, a book, a box, whatever you have available. Slide your body all the way back, but still sit up tall. Let your hands rest in your lap. Let the shoulders come down from the ears and just arrive in your chair. Take a few moments to just notice how your body feels today. And then turn your attention to the breath. Lengthening it, evening it out. And then we'll take that right palm and bring it to heart center. We'll put the left palm on top of that and just take a moment right now to set an intention for this practice today. Whatever's important to you. And then we'll release those hands back down to the lap. We'll slide our bodies forward. Coming to the edge of the chair, we'll move that support out of the way and we'll put the feet onto the chair, onto the floor, really making that connection. So I'm pushing down into my feet. I'm sitting up tall. My palms are down on my thighs. And we're going to just do a little bit of a cat and cow. Now, because we're really focused on this lower back today and the lower back health, I don't want you to compress the lower back. Let's think about lengthening it to lift up into our little bit of a cow pose. And as we exhale, we bring that belly button back to support the spine and the shoulders separate. So these aren't big movements, but these are very mindful movements. We don't want to compress that lower back. We don't want to do anything that will harm it. Let's inhale, fill up, and exhale, release. And notice what it feels like now to bring some motion into the spine. And we'll do about 3 more breaths like this, those slow and even breaths that we started with. And then just pause after your next exhale, whenever that is. Sit up tall, let the shoulders come down from the ears. Push into your feet, notice how it feels. Let's release our arms down now alongside the body. And we're gonna tie our motion to our breath, breath to our motion. And we're gonna inhale, just take those arms up to a cactus. As we exhale, we float them right back down by the side. Doing that again, inhale, circle and sweep into your cactus. And exhale, float the arms down. And notice how this affects the lower back. Is everything still okay? Let's do 2 more. Maintaining that length in the spine. And then pause, let the hands rest in the lap. Just take a moment to notice how things feel. So this next round, we're gonna reach our arms forward and up. And we know that up is wherever up is for us today, given issues with the shoulder. So take your time and find that. We don't need to force the arms up by the ears. But let's get ready, reaching the arms forward, palms will face each other. And as we inhale, we're gonna take the arms up, sit up a little taller. As we exhale, we're gonna float them back down. So we're going forward and up now. Push into the feet. Notice how that might change the experience. And we'll do 2 more like this. At any point, if it feels okay, you could close your eyes and just experience sensation within the body. And then let the hands rest in your lap when you've completed that final lift and lower. Notice how that all feels. We're going to take a little lateral stretch this time. But we're going to keep our sitting bones really firmly on our chair, feet firmly on the floor. We'll take those arms up, just a soft elbow here. So rather than a long arm, we're going to take a soft elbow here. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist or forearm, and then lean over to the right. Sitting bones are firmly on the chair, so this stretch is really just in the rib cage, in the armpit. Breathing here. Keeping those hips level, but stretching into the side body. And then come on back. Switch sides. Grab that right forearm or wrist with your left hand. Find the length in the spine and then lean over to the left. Come on back on your next inhale. Release the arms, let them float back down into your lap. Take a circle or 2 with those shoulders. Notice how things feel in the upper body and in the lower back. Okay, now we're going to come back to our cactus arms, making our way to our cactus arms. Trying to bring those elbows to shoulder level if that's available. If not, we drop them to wherever it feels good today. Our feet are on the floor, our thighs are parallel, our feet are parallel. We push into the feet, we sit up taller. This will be our inhale. As we exhale, let's just take that cactus turn to the right. Inhale, come back through center. As we exhale, we're going to take it to the left. Now, we really need to pay attention to this exhale. We want to inhale, come to center. As we exhale, we bring that belly button back to the spine to support that spine as we take this twist. Inhale, center. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Now this isn't a super deep twist. We're using the muscles of the spine to help us go into this twist. We're not forcing it. We're using the muscles of the spine and the muscles of the core. The next time that you come back to center, we pause here, float the arms back down to the lap. Let's take a few circles with those shoulders. Notice how things feel. Keep the head and neck nice and soft. Okay, let's take the arms, let's take just the right arm out to the side, right arm out to the side, thumb is up, and you'll notice that it's within the plane of my body and also the plane of my shoulder. So I've got the arm about this high, using some muscles of the arm right now, sitting up tall. I'm facing straight ahead, but I'm gonna take the inhale here. As I exhale, I'm gonna turn and look at that thumb, bringing that belly button back again. Inhale, nose goes back to neutral. Exhale, turn and look at the thumb. Now let's bring the nose back to neutral. Bring the hand back to the lap. We'll switch to the other side. Again, the arm goes out shoulder height and it's in line with my body. My thumb is up, so my whole arm is engaged all the way out to the fingertips. I sit up tall, my nose is straight ahead. I take my inhale here. As I exhale, I turn my head and look at that thumb. Bringing that belly button back to spine. Noticing how the core has to engage so that I can stay here and do the work that's necessary. Bring that hand back down to the lap. Take a circle or two with those shoulders. Again, noticing the sensation within the body. Now, let's take a little wider stance now with our feet, a little wider than our hips. I'm going to sit back just a little bit, but I'm nowhere near the back of my chair. I'm still near the edge of my chair. Let's bring palms to the thighs. And in this sequence, we want to work on hinging forward with a nice long spine. So let's take an inhale here. Push into the feet, sit up a little taller. As we exhale, we're just going to hinge forward just a little bit. See what it feels like. Find that long spine. And then on your inhale, push into the feet. Let the spine, crown of the head reach for the ceiling again. Now I'm going to turn my chair to the side just a little bit so you can get a little better angle on this. Let's do it again. Hands on the lap. Inhale, sit up tall. Keep everything in line. Nose is between the collarbones, between the knees. Let's take the inhale. As we exhale, we hinge forward with that long spine. Keep that chin tucked. You don't want to crank the head. And then as we inhale, we push into the feet. Come on back up. One more like that. We inhale here. Exhale, hinge forward with that nice long spine. And then come on back up. Okay. If that felt good, we can continue just like that. Or if we wanted to, we could add Cactus Arms. Now, when we add this Cactus Arms, we change the load on the lower back. So we want to be careful of that. This is a strength building sequence, but if it doesn't feel right to your back or if it causes pain, we don't do it. You just come back here. You'll still be doing the strength building part of that exercise, and perhaps the next time you can add the Cactus Arms. Nothing should hurt in yoga. We sit up tall, we make that determination if this is where we're going. The inhale is here. Exhale hinges us forward. Long spine, keep that chin tucked, neck in line with the spine. Inhale takes us back up. Exhale, hinge forward. And we know that this hinge does not have to be super long. I'm not parallel to the floor. I've just got a real nice angle from my tailbone to the crown of my head. One more like this. Bring the hands back down to the lap. This next round, again, we can make that determination. Did that feel okay? Is my lower back okay with that? Because this round, we might decide to lift the arms a little higher. Again, it increases the load on the lower back, so be aware. Or you can take them out wide. Same effect, just notice what happens. When you're ready, I'm gonna go wide. We take the inhale here, we exhale, hinge forward. Keep that chin in. Inhale, come on back up. I might reach my arms up now. Exhale, hinging forward. One more like that, push into the feet, come up. Exhale, hinging forward. And then push into the feet, come up. Let those arms float back down into your lap. Take a roll or two with those shoulders. Pause and notice how everything feels. We will heel toe our feet together, coming back to that nice mountain pose in our chair, and we'll make our way to standing now. Once we've made our way to standing, we clear the floor. Let's keep that chair close by because we will be using it, but I did want to pick up my block so that it's not in my way. And let's come to our Tadasana with our feet straight ahead. Notice how that feels today. Let your shoulders come down from the ears. Let the crown of the head reach for the ceiling. And notice the sensation of the load in the lower back. Does this feel okay here? Does it feel any different from when we were sitting in the chair? Okay. And then we're going to turn and look at that chair, the seat of the chair. Just going to angle this so that maybe you can see me a little bit better. And we're going to take a wide stance. At this point, my feet are a little wider than my hips. If these are my hip pointers, my feet are on the outside of my hips right now. I'm going to stand up tall. This will be my inhale. And as I exhale, I'm going to come down with that nice long spine, bringing my palms to the seat of the chair. You see that my spine is long, and I'm going to tuck in that chin so that I've got this wonderful long line from the base of my spine to the crown of my head. From this point, I will reach that right arm out to the side, palm is down, just like we did seated. With my nose looking at the chair, I take the inhale. And as we exhale, I turn my nose to look at that thumb. I pull the belly button back in. Inhale, turn and look at the ground, at the chair. Exhale, belly button in, turn and look at the thumb. One more like that. And then bring that hand back down. Pause here, soften into the knees if you tend to tense there. And then we'll take the other arm out to the side, palm is down. It's in the plane of the shoulder, plane of my body. I'm looking down at the chair seat. I take my inhale here. And as we exhale, we turn and look at that thumb. Inhale. Exhale, support that spine by bringing in that belly button on the exhale. One more turn and look. And then bring that hand back down. Let's soften into the knees now. One hand comes to each thigh. Push into the feet. Come up with that nice long spine. And let's bring those feet back together. You can walk them back together on the floor. You can step them together. Pause for a moment. Take a little wiggle, a little jiggle. Notice how things feel in the body. Okay, now we're going to move to a warrior one. And you can use this chair if you like for that fingertip control. So let's step back with one leg. I'm not going to call it left or right. You know we're going to do both. So we're going to step back with one leg. The other knee is bent and it's forward. Again, you can use this chair for fingertip control if you need it. I'm going to just move it out of the way so perhaps you can see me better. Hands come to hips. Notice where the hips are. Are they level? How does this feel on your lower back? My front knee is bent over my front ankle. And from here down, these are my hip pointers. From here down, nothing's going to change. That will stay the same. But from here up, we're going to hinge forward. So let's take an inhale. As we exhale, let's hinge forward. Now, I'm not going super far, but I have a nice line from the back of my heel through the crown of my head. Let the inhale bring you back up. Exhale, hinge forward, push down into that back foot. Inhale, come on back up. Very similar to what we did seated. Let's do one more like that, just like that. And return. Okay, pause for a moment. Stay here in your warrior one, building strength in the lower body here. The next option is to come to a cactus arm. Again, it will change the way the load is on the back, so be aware of how that feels. This will be our inhale now, and the exhale will allow us to hinge forward. If you need the chair, just place one hand on the chair for fingertip control. Inhale brings you up. As we exhale, we bring that belly button back to help support. Come on, back up. One more. And return. Pause here. Staying in that warrior one. The third round, we have an option. We can reach the arms up. We can take them out. It's your call. You can stay here at Cactus. You can stay with hands on hips. All of these are wonderful ways to help build strength. When you're ready, this is our inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Push down into that back foot. Reach out through the crown of the head. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Find that hinge. Push down into the back foot. Let the next inhale bring you up into warrior one. Make your determination where you want to keep your arms for this warrior one, and we'll stay here for 3 more breaths. When you've completed that third and final exhale, float the arms down, step forward. This is a really good opportunity now to take that interoceptive pause to notice how things feel within the body. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So I'm just going to turn around because it's easier for you to see if I turn around. You needn't turn around, just switch legs. Find your warrior one, keep your hands on your hips, front knees bent, back heel is down. We find our warrior one foundation. This is our inhale. We exhale, that belly button goes back. We hinge forward, pushing down into the heel, reaching out through the crown. Inhale, come on back up. Exhale, hinge forward. Do one more. That front knee stays bent in this sequence. And then bring it back up. The option now is to move to the cactus arms. Inhale here. And exhale. Third one. Bring it back up. Pause here. The next decision we need to make is what we want to do with our arms in the next sequence. Arms up, arms out, some combination, wherever we need to be. When you're ready, this is our inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Make sure that back leg is activated, that back heel is pushing down. And when you've completed that third round, come back up to your warrior one. We'll stay here for 3 breaths with our arms wherever they need to be today. And then we'll bring hands back to heart center and we'll step that back foot forward. Let everything go. Pause for a moment. Take a moment to notice how things feel within the body. Okay, moving to a balance pose now. Let's work with our tree pose and let's use the wall behind us if we need that support. So I'm about 3 inches from the wall, but I'm standing away from the wall. If I need help, I can either put my back on the wall or bring my hands to the wall. This is a really nice way to work with balance because once we fall back on the wall, I'm on it right now, I can engage that core to lift myself back up. Let's bring hands to heart center. We'll shift the weight into your left leg, bend your right knee. And then open that thigh and knee out to the side. Now, you can leave your foot right on your ankle. This is tree pose. Or you can lift that foot up and bring it to your shin. Wherever your foot is fine. But let's think about pushing down with the left foot to get taller. And I'd also like you to push the right foot into the left shin or ankle. And we can also get taller there. Lifting up and out, lifting the ribs up out of the hips. Adding branches if you like, or keeping hands on the wall, whatever you need. Let's stay here for 3 more breaths. We'll return the hands to heart center. We'll take the knee and the thigh forward. We'll step down out of the pose. We'll do a little shake back and forth with the hips, and we'll notice how things feel. And let's go to the other side. Same thing. Palms together, thumbs at the sternum. Weight shifts now into right leg, bend left knee. Take that knee thigh out to the side. So at this point, my toes of my left foot are on the ground and my heel is on my right ankle. And I can just kind of push those two together and push my right foot down and get taller. So think about that. So that this connection to the earth, everything underneath your feet should be pushing, pushing, pushing. You can even push the palms together. Notice how that changes things. And if you make a decision to add branches, whether they're cactus branches or long branches or, weeping willow branches, any of those are great. And we stay here for 3 breaths now. Lifting ribs out of the hips. Bring those palms back together. Bring the hands down. Thumbs rest on the sternum. Release the knee forward, step down out of the pose, and just kind of take a break there. Notice how everything feels. And we'll come back to looking at the seat of the chair. So we're still going to stand, but we're just going to turn that chair around again so that we can look at the seat of the chair. And this time, we're going to keep our feet pretty close together, about 1 fist distance apart. This is our Tadasana. So let's think about Tadasana here. And we're going to work with that forward fold again. This time, let's leave the hands to the side of the hips. So stand up tall. This will be our inhale. And as we exhale, soften into the knees. Just hinge forward, maybe 1/3 of the way. And then come on back up on your inhale. Exhale just 1/3 of the way. Let the hands slide down. And inhale. Let's go 2/3 of the way towards the chair now. Knees are soft. I'm a little bit lower than I was before, but not a lot. And this next round, we'll take that fold onto the chair. You can let your hands run down your legs and then touch the seat of the chair. We're going to come back up on the inhale. Nice long spine, nice long spine. Let the exhale take us back down to the seat of the chair. Bring the hands here, keep them here. Knees are soft, hips are back. Your nose is pointed towards that space between your fingers. Breathe here. Notice how the lower back feels in this position. Bringing a lot of symmetry back into the body. Now we soften into the knees, really soft here. One hand comes to each thigh. You see my weight shifts back from the chair to my feet. I push into the feet and I come up with that nice tall spine again. And release. And we're going to make our way back into our chairs now. Once we've come back to our chair, we grab that support and we make our way back to the back of the chair, but still keeping that spine tall. feet are on the support. Let's turn the palms up in our lap. Let's let the shoulders come down from the ears. Soften or close your eyes. And tune in. Tune in to how the body feels now. Notice sensations along the spine, starting with those hips that are on the chair. Making our way up through the lower back, the mid-back, that space between the shoulders, and the head and neck. Soften any tension that is still resident in the shoulders, in the jaw, in that space between the eyebrows. And then recall the intention that you set at the beginning of our class. If the eyes are closed, we'll gently blink them open. We'll bring the palms together one last time in front of the heart center, letting the thumbs rest on the sternum. Push the palms together, push the feet into the block or the floor. Sit up a little bit taller. Take an inhale here and thank yourself for taking time to practice yoga today. And I thank you for allowing me to join you. It is always an honor to be with you. I hope that the fruits of this practice give you the strength that you need to take on the challenges of the week ahead. Stay well, my friends. I'll see you again soon.